Working as intended.
I'm firing my laser! Alright, what other things can we do? I mean, there's also still a bunch of dungeons to be done. Should try heading to the Sea of Clouds? No, wait, this one you have to go to Pillars. Starts in Pillars and goes to the Sea of Clouds. Is this it? Yes, Sky Pirates. The unquiet trader seems to be scanning the skies in silent desperation. I have a look of a lass who's seen her fair share of trouble. Mayhap you'd be willing to help me with mine. I need a cable sort to head into the Sea of Clouds and track down my missing airship. I had to mortgage my soul to get that vessel built, so winning the contract to ferry supplies out of Cloudtop was a real weight off my mind. But it seems my luck ended there. My ship was due back in Ishgard bells ago, and I've been praying for a glimpse of her sails ever since. I can't help fearing the worst. What if she's run afoul of sky pirates? My creditors will have their pawns in flesh. You think me foolish to fear piracy so far above the waves? Well, let me tell you that no honest merchant is safe now that the airship production has, if you'll excuse the pun, taken off. Any scoundrel with a sack of coin and a vague sense of direction can terrorize the skies. Oh yes, the new breed of buccaneers like to paint themselves as dashing explorers braving the unknown, but the truth of their nature is right there in the name, Sky Pirates. Given half a chance, they'll strip your ship of every last scrap of cargo and cry, "Yah-ha-har!" as they launch you screaming over the rails. I've heard the stories. Please, you must make haste to Camp Cloudtop. That's where the shipment was bound, and inquires to the fate of my poor ship. Oh, and my poor helmsman. Ask Rontremont. He'll know if any man does. Alright, off to Cloudtop. Hello, a supplier ship has gone missing, you say? Well, that would certainly explain why our provisions are so late in arriving. I did in fact spy a vessel charting an erratic course northwards a short while ago, but it seemed disinclined to make port here. I paid it little mind. Not the most compelling piece of evidence, I grant you, but I've witnessed naught else of interest. I suggest you investigate the landmass to the north. Rest assured I'll send word if I spy any other sign of our errant supply ship. I have all these crafting quests to turn in, but I also have a bunch of stuff to do for light. I'm doing light grinding now. I'll make some good coin from this haul, and we'll see if this fool is worth the ransom. Uh-oh, bad things happening. Bad things happening. 8, I say, these villains mean to plunder my cargo. What do we got here then? Think you're some sort of hero, do you? Well, they might mind if my mates here join the fun. Make for a more heroic tale, won't it? The tale of how 3 sky pirates fed a meddling little shit her own bloody eyes. I mean, I think I can win this fight. Whee! What the? Oh gods, I know that ship! So you're the guys that have been dragging our good name through the mud? You're Red Bill Leofard. We ain't done none to you or yours. What do you want with us? Back away. Back away. I think I made my position pretty clear. You take on the mantle of Sky Pirate, you agree to a certain code of conduct, and codes ain't worth much. If folk go around breaking them. Frankly, lads, you're making us look bad, and we can't have that. No hard feelings, though, eh? Oh, get fucked! Murder. Justice murder. Oh, thank you, Mr. Leofard. Thank you. I'm certain my master will wish to repay you. If your employee does business in Ishgard, he likely knows a merchant or two who trades with me associates. Tell him to say it's for Leofard, and any reward should reach me soon enough. As for you, adventurer, then often someone beats me to the scene, but I expect not less from a hero such as yourself. That is who you are, ain't it? I don't know too many other lasses with one of them marvelous manic cutters the ironworks dreamed up. Well, then it seems you saved me the trouble of tracking you down. I'm hoping to have a word with you, you see. I'll put it to you straight, I need someone to help out with the little venture I have in mind, someone used to taking a few risks. Now, this wouldn't be no black-hearted brigand's work, so don't go ruin yourself on that account. Unlike them thieving curs just now, I don't hold with robbing honest folk. For me, you see, the Sky Pirate's life is all about freedom. The freedom to go where you will, to find out what lies beyond this next cloud. If you're interested in joining us on an adventure worthy of the name, then look for me standing in the northern regions of the Blue Window. Someone will be waiting there to greet you. Whee! New friend. This quest line is actually a prerequisite to a level 90 quest. And going way up north. Stacia. That's right, stranger. If you value your life, tell me true. Did you stumble across this marker by chance, or are you here by invitation? Yes. That would make you the hero the captain said to watch out for. Well met. The name's Stacia. Lalafell would call me his right-hand woman, but I feel more like his bloody nursemaid, God's truth be told. Anyway, my thanks to you for coming to hear him out. If you'd follow me, I'll take you to the Red Bill's nest. New location. I ship that. Check out this island. This island is home. Laundry. It's like, come along, Lalafell. Shh. I come to you in person and still you refuse my offer? Arrogant fool. On the subject of arrogance, Radlia, I bow to your superior knowledge. But that's all the bowing you'll get from me. As I've told you a dozen times before, I ain't no one's lackey. But my dear Leofard, how else do you propose to survive an expedition to the ghost ship? I would fear for my life with naught but your feeble crewmates at my back. Well, I'd fear for my life with your mangy crew at my back on account of them being murderous, untrustworthy bastards to a man. I thought you cleverer than this, Red Bill, but no matter, I always get what I want in the end. 'Tis merely a question of method. Booze. Now there's a face I've not seen before. You don't have the look of one of Leofard's little birds. She's a guest, you understand the concept, don't you? You know, when someone is invited, instead of just bursting through the door whenever she damn well pleases. That was Radlia, captain of the Talons. She knows Leofard is the best sky pirate alive, and the fact he won't join her sticks in her craw. Are you going to let them talk to you like that, Captain? We should teach them Red Bill some respect. Patience, when all this is over, we shall see who rules the skies. Us. Treasure. More treasure. And booze. Oh there, hero, I promised you high adventure, and high adventure you shall have, for we plan to board the Sea of Clouds' very own ghost ship. What folk have taken a call on one anyway. Every day for the past few weeks have brought with it a new sighting of the selfsame vessel, a massive airship of queer design to drift on the wind. Being a curious lot, there are a few buccaneers who tried exploring below decks, but not one of them has been seen since, and so, naturally, they're saying the ship is cursed. Well, haunted. Like I said, honest to God's ghost ship. My guess is she's another relic left behind by the Elegans, but we won't know for sure till we've had ourselves a good poke around inside and liberated whatever ancient treasure she's got molded away in her hold, of course. Before we start dividing up the spoils, we've got to find the damn thing, which is why we've been working on a special new device. But I find that'll be the easy part. What we can't do without is a veteran explorer that ain't afraid to fling herself face first into the jaws of danger. Now I know you're a gallant champion of the people and all, but strip away the fame and glory and yet I'll wager you're still an adventurer at heart. So what say you? Fancy a plunge into the unknown at the side of the Red Bills? Sure. Then it's settled. Let's pay a visit to our crewmate Utata. She's been working on a way to track the vessel. That sounds like a Lalafell name. Gonna head on off to the Ark. Many cutscenes in a row. Do I get to explore the island now? Hi Utata, that's definitely Lalafell. Lalafell pirate. Greetings, the name's Utata. I suppose you'd call me the Red Bill's Chief of Engineering, Smithing, Carpentry, Magitech. If it's part of my ship, I can fix it. Just don't expect to see me waving a cutlass and swinging over the rails. If there's fighting to be done, well, that's what we have you for. Alright, what do we need here? Utata seems eager to share her findings on the ghost ship. Did you track it down? Can we board there with 23 other people? Well met, ladies and gentle pirates. Now that we appear to have our hero, I'm happy to report that we've overcome the last obstacle to boarding the ghost ship. Meaning your project is proceeding as planned? That it is, Captain. I knew this would be the perfect place to take readings. The scant amounts of background either make it easy to follow the derelict's trail. The ghost ship has what Utata tells us is a unique ethereal signature. She's been building a device that can sniff out this particular special flavor and point us in the right direction. I call it the ectocompass. It's allowed me to collect some solid data on the vessel's movements and plot a reliable intercept course, now groping blindly through the clouds for us. All the ships are loaded and ready to fly, just say the word, Captain. Uta, you best stay here out of harm's way. Keep an eye on them aether trails, eh? Aye, Captain. Grab an armload of treasure for me. Now you got no way of knowing what's waiting for us in that cursed hulk, so you'd best bring along a few mates that you know you can trust. Don't hurt to be too careful, seeing as how you'd be going in first and all. I did tell you you'd be going in first, didn't I? Well, you will. They'll still be guarding the rear, just in case Radley and her brood decide to stick their beaks in where they aren't wanted. Don't worry, she'll not get past us, so you can concentrate on carving a path into the ship's belly. An honest to God's ghost ship. Oh ho 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 ho, this is going to be an adventure and a half. Hooray! The Void Ark is now accessible. New 24-man stuff. Let us go, now we gotta wait. Now over in Idleshire, this is the Alexander quest line. I think this is Stone Sky Sea, isn't it? Your opportunity precedes you if the wide-eyed look the stranger's serving you with is any indication. Corino, you're one of them half-mad adventurers that roams about picking fights with gods and every bugger else. Well met, well met. Love your work. But you're just one of them pack of right-crazed killers, am I right? Hell's for all I know, it might be they're the ones that do the work while you share in the credit. Now, I'm not killer, don't take it personally or anything, but I've seen it before. When it's all blood and shit and explosions, it can be hard to tell if you're pulling your weight. That's why I've been training up in Stone Sky Sea. Don't let the daft name fool you. It's a proper training ground. We're fighting folk like me, and you can go to refine our killing prowess. If you've never been, go and look for the goodly fella out past the back bridge. He'll tell you the rest, and you won't regret it. This is to tell if you're good enough at the game to do stuff. I remember when I ran a casual raid group, I had the prerequisite just past the Stone Sky Sea, and some people who couldn't do it got mad that was a prerequisite. I mean, it's like, for fuck's sakes, it's just, like, this is the bare minimum. It's like, you have to be able to do this. You there, good madam, you look like you enjoy bathing in the blood of your enemies. Have you perchance heard about Stone Sky Sea? You see, as part of an initiative to reduce the number of disputes the Adventurers Guild has been forced to arbitrate between members who accuse their comrades of not contributing sufficiently to, let me try again. She who fights with strength of stone unyielding breathes deep of boundless sky and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against her none can stand. So that's what the Doman fellow told me to say. I don't quite understand it myself, but he seems to think it was all very clever. Right, so in essence, we've got these ridiculous contraptions that you attack in whatever man you deem fit. Each is supposedly tailored to the strength of some legendary beast or some other or being some man decided to challenge once upon a time. Speaking of which, I believe one should be dropping in right about now. What do we see out there? This music, though. Wee! Boop! So here you go for training. Can you do enough DPS to beat this dummy? Apparently the first time they dropped one of those was an accident. The trainees loved it so much they started doing it all the time, though. Right, so each is tailored to the strength of a legendary fiend, the idea being that if you can defeat someone, you can defeat the fiend. In principle, that is, dummies don't hit back after all. But who gives a fig about any of that, huh? I nearly forgot the best part. It's free! Alright, that opens up Stone Sky Sea. Stone Sky Sea now accessible. Don't think I've really opened very much. Is this St. Mocianne's Arboretum? Void Arc when? I need more people who are doing the, what is it? Alliance Raid Roulette. Touchy Treasure Hunter. Touchy Treasure Hunter has the look of a woman who has seen rather too many morbols. What? Guess? There's one behind me, isn't there? No, thank the gods, I've done enough running for one day. Those goddamn beasts came out of nowhere. It's a wonder we made it out alive. But we can't just leave the treasure there. You look the sort that's used to living, risking life and limb. Maybe you can clear our way through these seedkin and damn near made a meal of us? We said it was worth your while, of course. If you're interested, let my friend Sonny know. He should be somewhere near the entrance to St. Mocianne's Arboretum. Or it's safe to go back to Usher and look for a few more hands. We'll need as much help as we can get. Hope to see you at the Arboretum. Alright, bye. DPS fell asleep. DPS and tank fell asleep. Everybody's falling asleep. Here to help with the seedkin infestation in the Arboretum? Infesting the Arboretum? Thank the gods, we've not the numbers to venture into there ourselves. They used to research plant life from every corner of the realm there, you know. Of course, with no one to look after, it's gotten a bit overgrown. Usually a place like this are more trouble than they're worth, but if the parchments we found are anything to go by, there's something in these ruins that could benefit everyone in Alashar for generations to come. A proper priceless treasure. And it goes without saying that a site as old as this is sure to be stuffed with all sorts of precious relics, which you'd be welcome to keep if you help beat a path for us. We'll follow behind you once it's safe and see if we can't find what we're looking for. St. Mocianne's Arboretum. What's our plan of attack? There's so much waiting, even for a healer. For 24 mans, I think the DPS get the shortest queues, considering there's 15 of them. We're going to be gibberish. The words within this tome continuously incorporate a summoning spell. Readers are advised to exercise caution lest they inadvertently unleash an army of voidsent. Isn't there also a dungeon over in Limsa? There's Pharaoh Sirius and Hullbreaker hard here. And crafters. This Void Arc queue's taking a while. Should we go see what's going on up here? Hello! Lingzath has a mind to set you up with a new challenge. Listen, Monica, I recite for Sarai's last. You've been keeping at the cooking, I shouldn't doubt. Skilled as you are, though, I reckon a struggle for you to keep things interesting. If that's the case and you're hankering for a challenge, might be I can introduce you to someone. You know the missing member? It's the tavern that's owned by Roswin, the lady captain of the Sanguine Sirens. Entire crew is formed of members of the gentler sex, though gentle ain't a word if I'd ever used to describe that lot. Anyway, the head waitress there's got a tacit cost for consuming culinary, and yours was the first thing that came to mind. If you reckon you might be interested, take yourself over to the missing member and make yourself known to Mel Coco. She'll tell you what she needs doing. The missing member? All female, they're all missing the members? Alright, made it in. I ship that. It's a really big ship. Shadow of Mach, Void Arc. In before we wipe at the morbols. Suddenly people. Hooray, first time. Ooh, nice picture. AoE. AoE. Press your Art of War button. This place is pretty trivial because it's designed for like eye level, what, like 170? 170 something? And everybody here is like eye level 270, so everything just gets wrecked. Wee! Wee! There's gonna be bubble things in this water. Bubbles! AoE the bubbles! Alright, first boss, Cetus. It does back attacks. Like that, electric swipe. I'll also eat my fairy. The circle? No? Away from bubbles. Also away from the fun because he fires lasers. I realize he's already had half health. Alright, kill the things. Watch you get die-bombed. You see that person there? That still means he's going to be slowly moving towards them. And dropping bombs that knock back. They're going to just stay away. I mean, they don't hurt too bad. He's going to die-bomb here, then do a circle, I think? Yes. I don't want to get lasered. How does I not get lasered there? Anyways, am I in the middle or on the outside? Outside. Kill the bubbles. And the middle has to kill their own. Which isn't that hard. At this eye level. He's gonna do another jump to donut. Yes. He's also getting very fucked up. Murdered. And you get, what, 200 gear here? The group B. Is it like A, B, C? You know, these tentacles you want to kill first. The knots. Because they put poison in the air. I guess we're all just YOLOing it. Stepping on those sucks up all the poison in the room. You don't want to stand them on there where there's a static, though. Is it morble time yet? This guy's being naughty. Here comes some poison. I wasn't paying attention. Was there not 3 morbols? Alright, it's random which one I'll get to hit. So for now, dot up both. You guys get powers. Vulnerable to ranged. Vulnerable to magic. Run through the lines. Free the people. They should basically share a hit point bar. Please rescue us. Thanks. Alright, get behind. I know you guys want your uptime. This deals 30,000 damage. But yeah, one becomes immune to range, one becomes immune to magic, so... And it's random, so just find out which one... Hey, don't stand in that shit. Because you get eaten up and sucked up like... This guy gets sucked up? We'll rescue you guys. You can spray. It's AoE around him that does that, so I'll just rescue all of you guys. I'm a good rescuer. Anyway, murder. Not that hard. Give up my deeps to rescue people. More trash mobs. Ours, I guess, technically the middle. A left, B middle, C right. But nowadays it's just YOLO! YOLO AoE. I know the gargoyles don't get a lot of health. Follow the portal path. Oh, next section. Get to fight a Japanese schoolgirl's worst nightmare. Good old coochie. Punch it right in the coochie. You get poisoned here. Away from the front. Barf. Murdered. Barf. Tentacles. Don't stand in front of them. Slam. Oh, boss already at half life. Dang, all these bosses just get their asses kicked. They give massive poison while they're up. Get out of the front. Void Pact. Kill the things in the corner. You can swallow them. That's why that tank's good, moved it out of it. Also be careful where you place the circles. You don't want to place the circles on top of these things. Each one spawns 2 ads. The boss is invulnerable. Black Lung, go touch the bubbles. Or just kill the boss. Yeah, those bubbles just do a little bit of damage. Just heal through it. There is an attack the boss does that covers the entire platform. Just stand on top of the 4 corner platforms. That's why you don't want to drag the circle on top of them. Echidna! Snacks. You tune upon the queen's very bedchamber. Angry Echidna. Say good, I was invulnerable when I got in. Suddenly ads. Unless it's the boss. Boss just landed on us. Now it's time for ads. Don't they have to be separated? Instead I just get fucked up. Nice attack, idiot. Tank Buster? Question mark? Incoming ads. Let's just get out. Doesn't really do much damage though. Use Petrifaction as well, you just turn away. Use Petrifaction, you can turn around right at the cast end. Somebody didn't turn around. Get to a safe spot. Sometimes that's a stack instead. Dang it. Look away. I think we could kill it before the second ad phase. Murdered. Touching the void. Victory! Do I get a hooray? Hooray! Oh my god, the Lalafell. The Lalafell party. Void art complete. Easy shit. And loots. Did it. Do I meet new friend right outside? Bugger me, I expected danger, but not a hellspawn bleeding nightmare made flesh like that. Didn't stop you and your mates though, did it? That's some crew you got there, and no mistake. Thumbs up, Chief. Treasure. Right then, let's have a look inside the dirty great coffer type thing. That tells me it's filled to the brim with booty. Don't look at me, I never took my moved muscle. What in the seven hells is that bastard doing? Now it looks like bad things happening. This way, swiftly now. That pussy. Can anyone else see that talking cat over there? Bloody hell, this venture's getting queer by the minute. Still gotta take my chances with the prowling puss and stay here. Get your things, mateys, we're leaving. But what about the loot? You can't spend it when you're dead. We either follow for a ball or make friends with a spell-slinging voidborn. Your choice. God damn it. How's not a sky pirate meant to make a living? Run with the loot! I hear strange laughing. Breaking some chains. Ship's breaking up. Is he trying to bring her down? I'm firing my laser! The point is I'm going to initiate a dimensional displacement, but the gate, it cannot possibly be large enough for the entire ship. The Queen's coffin, he takes it beyond our reach. I think that really doesn't look good. Well, doesn't seem much point hanging around here. Let's get back to solid ground. Alright, hi guys. New mission. Now go do the next. What's the next one? Weeping City, right? Weeping City in Dunscaith? It was a bit touch and go in places, I grant you, but here we all are, and all with our bits still attached. This calls for a foaming flagon of... Hold on, ain't we missing someone? Didn't I tell Uta to wait for us here? Never fear, we've been keeping the girl company. But enough about her. Did you see the cannons on ship? As you know, my dear Levard, I'm not easily moved, but the sheer power on display set me all a quiver. Well, I hope you're content to admire it from afar. That vessel ain't for the likes of you and me. Do not presume to measure me by your own limitations. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Which brings me neatly to the point. You have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, your engineer shall suffer the consequences. Use the bitch. Poor Lalafell hostage. Perfect compass pointing the way to my just reward. A weapon like that belongs in the hands of one that with the will to use it. Come lads, our business here is concluded. Poor Lala. Also Lala with really big ears. I'm sorry, Captain, they caught me off guard. You get a bang on the head or something? The man I know would never give in to scum like her without a fight unless... What did you do to the compass? Who, me? Not. Besides slipping a link pearl into its case and the like. Haha, so long as Radley keeps it close, and you can be damn sure she will. We'll know exactly what them thieving bastards are planning. Anyone care to wager how long it'll take her to notice my little gift? Surprise. That's very clever and all, but how are you proposing to stop her from getting her hands on the derelict and his great big cannon? I ain't worked that part out yet, but I expect it'll start with us keeping a close eye on the Talons. Before we get into any of that, though, I've got some questions that need answering. You should know more of the Void Ark, the ghost ship as you call it? The Void Ark, so that's its proper name. I'd like to hear whatever you'd care to tell us, Puss. And I, for my part, am curious to hear your stories. Ere we continue, however, I must insist that you address me by my proper name, Kate Sith. I will not respond to Puss or Cat, and most decidedly not Furball. Alright, new friend? New friend. My tale belongs long, long ago in the city of Mach, which once stood in the lands of Yafame. The sorcerer Mach were masters of destructive magics, and they brought that terrible power to bear against Amdapor and Nim in the War of the Magi. What a crown. The Titanic forces they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting in a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea, a catastrophe which my master, High Void Mage Cessair, was wise enough to foresee. Wait, colossal flood? Are you talking about the 6th Umbral Calamity? I suppose you would know it as such. Now where was I? Ah yes, when they learned of the fate that awaited them, the Magi began construction of a gargantuan vessel that would bear their people to the skies and to safety. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to Cessair. Prior to that, of course, my master had been a prisoner in her own home, confined to it for her outspoken opposition to the war. So the Ark was meant as a sanctuary? Then how did it come to be so, I mean, what happened to all the people, and where did all the voidsent come from? What part do you imagine such a massive craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 otherworldly servants sealed within the vessel. Advances in Maki sorcery were made for one reason and one reason only. Cataclysmic destructive power, and the swiftest and most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through the enslavement of voidsent entities. So the creatures on the derelict, they broke free from your master's control? At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Mages had entombed a great ruler of the voidsent, Scathatch, the Shadow Queen. Scathatch. But in order to control so potent a prisoner, a mage of Adam will was required, and being Mach's preeminent sorcerer, Sarah was deemed best qualified, or otherwise my master might never have been released from her own imprisonment. Even with Cessair's pure skill, the Shadow Queen could not long be subjugated. One after another, lesser voidsent awoke and ran rampart within the ship. In the end, Cessair and the 53 Void Mages aboard the Ark sacrificed their own life energies to return the fiends to their coffins, leaving me, a lowly familiar, to watch over a derelict prison. If I remember the Umbral arrows right, the stuff you just described happened more in 1500 years past, which is a good while by anyone's measure, and since everyone seems to have been quiet on board your boat until just recently, I'm thinking something unusual must have happened to wake the inmates up. Am I warm? One day, a voidsent that had taken the shape of a bat flew into the ship. At first it was a little more than a nuisance that I brushed away, but the longer it remained on the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually I could not contend with its power and began shattering seal after seal. You have faced this bat-winged fiend before? It would seem then that the creature survived the encounter and that he intends to celebrate his restoration by liberating his queen. It's Diablos. Well, that explains that, except for one small detail, namely, where the queen's coffin went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I assume it didn't just disappear, right? You recall the great rift that the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky? That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The voidsent, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is much a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark, help me find the queen's coffin ere the words binding Scathatch are dispelled. Her name has scat in it. Adventure music. Smells to me like an adventure, and who knows what ancient Maki treasures we might stumble on along the way. Gods know they'll make a nice change from all this elegant tombstones we've been collecting. I will help you. I'm not risking my hide for the sake of the realm, you understand, but I'll be down to let another Rattlia or that bat-winged bastard take the freedom of the skies from me. You care only for how you might be inconvenienced? If the Shadow Queen were to return, it would have dire consequences for this entire star. Count your blessings for a ball. I said we'd help, didn't I? Hooray! Before we go rushing off and search that coffin, though, there are preparations to be made. You might as well get back to your usual heroic employment, Monica. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. I've got other dungeons to run. He's having the time of his life. Also, all that booze on the table. Am I done? Nope. The time is nigh, my dear talent. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and all its power and rule the skies from here to the ends of the world. Hooray! Will you, though? Scheming bitch. It's like, will she become a friend later? I can't remember. Alright, get some random gil. I'm paying the bills. I guess we need to go into the Arboretum. That was instant. DPS fell asleep again. Alright, what's our plan of attack? St. Mocianne's Arboretum. A single Lalafell in the party. Come along, fairy. Press my AoE button. And this tank could have pulled all the way over to here on the first pull. Come along, tank. Don't be scared. The only thing to be scared of is the morbol attacks the entire platform. A rose garden, giant morbol. Tank buster. Non-telegraphed. That actually hurts. Then again, the boss does like nothing for the next like 30 seconds. Don't stand in front of those. Which way are you rotating? This way. Slower rotation. You don't even rotate that far. Kill the hips. Just AoE. This boss is getting his ass kicked. We'll even see the second spinneroonie. Is that a thing people skip nowadays? Well, this turtle thing can do big AoE. See? There's treasure over here. So does people still skip this shit and just run straight to the end? An angry buzzing fills the room. Here comes an unfinal sting. Bees, not the bees. Final sting? Never mind. You know what some people used to do is just kill this thing and then just dash down into the boss room before killing these enemies. It's kind of risky though if you didn't have good DPS. Bees on the outside. Ow, rude. These things just randomly hit people. Assail. And now they're gonna shoot lines. And drop poison. Do you even see ad phase? Ad phase. Now these guys do a lineup and then sort of like a flash attack. It's like, don't stand in front of that. Oh, we're in front of that. Over here. Needles! Alright, how far are you gonna run here? Maybe once you kill a big guy, I think you can just dash through the wall. I mean, if you're really good at this game, you can go and pull the next group too. Pressing AoE buttons, dodge the AoEs on the ground. Boss time! Big plant thing. Pretty flower! Oh, okay, it's a lot less pretty flower. Murder the pretty flower. I make a habit of making these every boss my focus target. Soul vacuum. That looks like an AoE if I ever saw one. Get away from things on the ground. Look away, look away. Dude, just standing in it. You're getting magic vulnerability up. Accidentally pressed the wrong button. Guess what, there's no magic attacks. Never mind, that's a magic attack. Give people circles. Or die before you can do anything else. Die before you can do anything else. Murder the plant. Victory! Do I get a hooray? Hooray! I also won an item. Everyone bailed. And our commendations. A lot of them. Too bad they didn't give me time to commendate people. Alright, Sonny. I knew the thought of the Arboretum's treasures would be enough to get your juices flowing. Thanks to all the pruning needed for us, we were able to have a good look around the ruins, and it didn't take long to find what we were after. Oh, I can't wait to tell Midnight Dew the good news. Speaking of which, would you mind coming with us to Alashar? Midnight Dew, I want to thank you personally. I dare say even an adventurer like you would be interested in our finds. Man, Midnight Dew's like my best friend here. Alright, Dew, go ahead and load in. Hi. Oh, you've come at last, Venture. Let's give Midnight do the good news. It's so good it needs a cutscene. Dude's got an amazing fro. Now that's the end I wanted to hear. Let's hope the seas live up to their reputation. What fruit do you reckon they'll bear, Adventure? I don't know. Something wrong? You seem surprised. Sonny, you did tell our friend here what you were looking for, didn't you? Now that I come to think of it, that little detail might have slipped my mind. You see, the treasure we were looking for was seeds and sprouts that were cultivated especially by the Charlayans. Years of research went into breeding them. Apparently they produced plants like you wouldn't believe. As of now, Shara's main industry is collecting the junk left behind by the Charlayans, but it won't last forever. Which is why it's important we find a new way to make ends meet, before we end up with nothing left to trade. Acquiring those sprouts and seeds was the first step to accomplishing our goal. If we can find crops that'll flourish in this land's changeable climes, we'll have a new industry that should keep Shara going for generations to come. Well, these seeds ain't going to plant themselves, so I'd best be about it. Something tells me growing them will make getting them seem easy. It'll take a few moons, 'tis true, but I look forward to seeing those seeds bear fruit. Make sure to visit us from time to time, Venture. One day we'll treat you to a feast grown by our own hands. Okay. Alright, one more dungeon complete. Alright, let's go see this Melcoco. The missing member. Nice name. Does that mean eunuchs can join too? Also, that's definitely a Lalafell name. Hi, Melcoco. Greetings and welcome to the missing member. Do you have a reservation, madame? You're Monica of the Culinarians Guild. It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. Lynx has told me all about you. Polite Lalafell. I'm Melcoco, the head waitress of this fine establishment, and I'd like you to participate in the Delamont d'Or, the most prestigious of all cooking contests. You see, the winner of the previous edition of the contest is none other than our head chef, Mocianne, and he's a right bloody bastard. Ahem. What I meant to say was, he's an insufferable man. But don't take my word for it. Speak with him for yourself and you'll understand. You'll find him inside the restaurant Delos with a self-satisfied look on his face. Hi, Roswin. Everybody's with the last name Tia. Here to dine, are you? Too bad. I cook only for the sirens or guests with the reservations. I'm busy training for the award ceremony the Delamont d'Or. As this will be my second victory running, expectation will be higher than ever. Shall I play the unassailable champion, carefree as you please, or shall I be sentimental and triumph and shed tears of joy? No, wait. Nothing of it. I could also show disgust at the lack of sport. Now there's just too many ways to win. Your douchebaggery is showing. I trust you don't understand my meaning. Every word of his fairly oozes conceit and makes me want to shove a hot skillet down his smirking bunghole. Beg your pardon for language. I forgot myself sometimes. Now, as much as I hate to admit it, Haskitia is very good at what he does. Otherwise, he wouldn't have won the Delamont d'Or in the first place, nor would Captain Roswin have hired him to treat her crew. Rudolph's culinary skills has gotten out to the locals, and our place is now constantly booked out moons ahead. But all the fame and attention went to Massey's head, and these days he swaggers about as though he were the 12's gift to our taste buds. Well, if he doesn't like the look of a patron, he'll refuse to cook for them, and that's assuming he even turns up to work. Can you believe the gall of this whoreson? I like this Lalafell. Oh, but there I go again with my cussing. You must forgive me. Anyway, I trust you now understand why I want you to enter the Delamont d'Or, so you can beat Mocianne and put him in his place. Ah, such a heaping helping of poetic justice it will be. You've won the best of even Chef's Bane. I'm confident that you have what it takes to win. Unless you worry, the contest won't be for a while yet, so you should have ample time to prepare. I'll have more details for you before long. Please come by again. Polite Lalafell. Alright, come back at level 53. Done. 70. Melcoco has news for you regarding the Delamont d'Or. Glad tidings, Monica. The Bismarck has been chosen to host the contest. What better place to cook than in one's own kitchen? Remember, the contest council has come to the Culinarians Guild to register participants. Please go and give them your name at once. Alright, this quest. Win a contest! Don't need to go through preliminaries. Hello, person from Grievance. Grievance is a big FC on Midgard. They're also okay chaps. Hello. Greetings to you, good madame. Have you come to register to compete in the Delamont d'Or? In the door. Get my foot in the door! Is that correct? Very good, ma'am. We look forward to seeing you on contest day. The door is open for cooking. Quick, get over there. Do a door dash. Your sister's name? Excellent. Now you have but to prepare for the contest. Speaking of which, I have a task to help you get into form. One of our diners wishes to have dessert, but there's nothing to her liking on the menu. She's been sitting there for a whole hour, unable to make up her mind. As the guild's foremost culinarian, I believe you'll be able to whip out something to suit her palate. To begin with, you want to inquire after her preferences. It's the steerswoman at the table on the right, in case I haven't already mentioned it. Hello. Golly, sweets look too damn sweet. Oh, don't rush me. I can't make decisions under pressure. Hey, you'll make me dessert that ain't on the menu? You're a godsend, sister. So here's the deal. I can't stand sweet things. Stuff makes me want to retch. Thing is, I met a man who's perfect and always but one. Bloke's got the sweetest bleeding tooth this side of Vilbrand. If you were to work out, I've got to learn to eat sweets, or suppress the urge to gag at least. That's why I'm here, to train myself. This is my first time and all, so be gentle with me, eh? Make me something that ain't so sweet. And did I hear you right? She says she doesn't like sweets? Oh, that's bollocks. I'd wager she's just afraid of what she don't know. Be gentle, sod that. Let's feed her something so brazen that'll blow a skeptic clean out of her. A sawmill tart made with a veritable mountain of fresh cream and sugar, accompanied with a rich cup of Ishgardian tea. That's her order, Monica. Alright, well, I'm done. So, how's the sawmill tart and the Ishgardian tea coming along? Doesn't even have to be high. Well, I don't think it has to be high quality. Alright. Destroy you with sweetness. Urgh, this stuff looks sweet as sin. What happened to being gentle? Shenanigans. Listen here, Monica happens to be one of those finest culinarians. He has to be honored she's cooking for your sorry arse. What's more, you want things to work out with your men or not? Cupid Lalafell. Alright, I'll try it. Cries. I'm so excited. Bugger me, that was good. The chestnut wasn't near as cloying as I expected, and the cream underneath was a pleasant surprise. 'Twas sweet, aye, but not too sweet, and there was something else to it besides richness, depth, but I don't know what the hell's it's called. As for the tea, I quaffed it back as I drained my ale. Ain't much more to say about it. I don't fear sweets no more, and it's all thanks to you to the two of you. Things will work out between me and my man, I'm sure of it. Hooray, Cupid Lalafells. You've done it. You've converted a skeptic by holding back on the chestnut puree sweetness. You helped her to overcome her irrational fear and so introduced her to a whole new world of flavors. This does take me back. You will have guessed from my colorful language, but I used to be a member of the Sanguine Sirens. Fortunately, I was prone to seasickness and it never got better. As a result, I ended up grounded and waitressing for the missing member. At first, I loathed the work. I hated that my dreams were taken from me, but just because I couldn't keep the contents of my stomach where they belong. It was then, when I was wowing my self-pity, that I first tasted Hahasi's Tia's cooking. It made me know that I was part of something special here. Back then, Hahasi Tia was a simple man with a simple passion. He wanted to be at the pinnacle of his craft, and he worked tirelessly to reach it. But then he did, and it turned him into a stuck-up, self-loving sack of shit. I mean, I don't mind. And beg your pardons again, my old mannerisms tend to surface when I'm riled up. At any rate, thank you for your help today. Having now seen you in action, I look forward to the Delamont Door with even greater relish. We're gonna make this the douchebag have an attitude change. Come back at 55. Mokoko is wearing a look of equal parts delight and mischief. Uh-oh. Scheming Lalafell. Got to hear this. That bastard Tia is depressed. Ain't it just grand? Captain Rosson bade him invent a new kind of soup. You see, and so off he goes to make this fancy of chilled potage. When it's ready, he stirs to her smug as you please, but the instant she tastes it, her face goes dark. She says, "What the hell's this slop? Oh, it was bleeding glorious, I tell ya." Ahem, unfortunately my pleasure was short-lived, for the captain then fixed her gaze on me. She ordered me to think up a piping hot soup, fairly barking as she did so. And until we make her something to her satisfaction, her face will remain in a foul mood. Though she has her own place, Captain Rosson often dines at the Bismarck in secret. I dare say Master Lynx has a good grasp of her preferences. Could you please find out from him a soup she is certain to like, then prepare it for her? Hello. Hello there, your contest preparation's coming along well, so I hear. Seeing you hard at it takes me back, it does. In my younger days, I participated in every edition of the Delamont Door. Why not again, you ask? To the pulled, I was sorely tempted, but my competing days are far behind me. Besides, I don't like my chances with you around. Huh, any road? Was there something you need? Captain Rosson's hankering for a piping hot soup, huh? Hardly surprising, late the woman's been fairly obsessed with Ishgardian cuisine. And that's all I can tell you. Sorry for being sparse with the details, lass, but if you want to know more, you'll have to ask the good captain herself. Alright, Roswin, what kind of tasty soup you looking for? Hello. Me obsessed with Ishgardian cuisine? Huh, never heard nothing more ridiculous. I won't be caught dead sharing an interest with Carvalane, much less study up on Ishgardian's use for the puffy-shirted fop. Oh, bugger me, alright, I'll tell you everything. Trying to set a trap for Carvalane, the plans to lure the bastard over with his favorite dish and ply him with drink. When he lowers his guard, I do for him. You so much as breathe the word of anyone, I'll cut your blabbing tongue and have it served in a stew. Seeing as you now and on the plan, I might as well make use of you. I want you to go to Carvalane and ask after the best Ishgardian chef around. Once you've got a name, find the fellow and have him teach you how to make a traditional Ishgardian soup. Acting at Melko's best, you say? Aye, well, do this for me and I'll consider your task fulfilled. Now you'll find Carvalane the 7th Sage. Here's a bag of coin to help loosen his tongue. Just get married already, Jesus. Hello, your wife who sent me. You should know the name of the best Ishgardian chef in the land? I struggle to comprehend why you'd ask me this of all questions. How about this? Does this help? Shenanigans? I find my interest in your motive suddenly waning. It seems unlikely that this knowledge can be used to make mischief so very well. As a well-trained traveled adventurer, you will doubtless be familiar with House Durandare of Ishgard. Its head chef is said to be the foremost authority in the cuisine of his native land. In seeking him out, aside from the obvious signs such as garb, look for a golden bell upon his breast. It is the jewel of the house he serves. Wish to know his name? Ah, but where would the fun be in that? Now, as an accomplished culinarian, he will most certainly have a taste for fine wines. When you meet the man, make him a gift of this bottle of Lemani Red. Say that it comes from an admirer from across the seas. Alright, this is a lot of trouble for the waifu to get his man. House Durandare chef. I Durandare you. Indeed, I'm the head chef of House Durandare. What is it you require of me? Would you like some of this? By the Fury, seldom do we enjoy fine vintage such as this. I was not aware that I had admirers, let alone that they are so widespread as to be found in Limsa. You wish to learn a recipe for traditional Ishgardian soup? You'll find none more ubiquitous than beet soup. It graces the tables of all Ishgardians, warming the hearts and stomachs of lowborn and highborn alike. The ingredients chief among which is the magma beet are sliced and sautéed, after which the broth is added along with the seasoning. The concoction is then allowed to simmer until everything is stewed together and the broth takes on a rich crimson hue. Now there are as many variations of the soup as there are people who make it, but the one nearest to my heart is that which my dear mother used to make. I was sickly as a child, you see, and she would add copious amounts of vegetables in hopes that I would grow strong. Through her cooking, I felt her love, and everything tasted all the better for it. Call me a sentimental fool, but it was my belief that love is an essential ingredient in every dish. I found out for those Ishgardians of means, beet soup is typically served alongside a Kaiser roll and grilled sweetfish. I hope this information serves you well. My thanks again for the wine. Aw. What a sweet guy. Feeling the love in food. Also, high quality. I'm back. Oh, there you are. You were gone for so long I was beginning to worry. Tell me, were you able to find a soup to please Captain Roswin? And I got some Kaiser rolls, a beet soup, and a sweet fish. Alright, it's for your date. Thank you so much. So this is the dish which you'll use to lure Carvalane over with. I know all about her plan. It's hard not to hear the captain's impassioned rants when you're standing right outside the door. I won't mention this to her, though. I don't think that she's still at it, going after Carvalane, that is. When will she own up to her feelings? Stubborn as she is, probably never. At any rate, we shouldn't keep her waiting. Let's have her sample your handiwork, shall we? Delicious food. This soup's bleeding amazing. It tastes like home, even though I've never tasted it till now. How the hell do you make it? Let me get this straight. The secret ingredient's love? Sort of makes sense the way you puts it. Melkoko, go and let Mahasi-Tia know I want him to master this soup. Aye aye, Captain. When will that girl own up to her feelings? She's right moony for her Mahasi-Tia. Yet here she is trying to bring him down. I mean, you're gonna talk. I know all about her plan. I mean, how couldn't I when she rants about him right outside the door with a voice that'll wake the dead? Me, I don't give two shits about the contest, but I can't help but worry for Melkoko. Seems to me she hasn't thought things through. Alright, come back at 58. Oh, hello there. Thank you for coming by, but I'm afraid I have nothing new to report. As ever, that bastard Mahasi-Tia being a right pain in the arse. After going with my cussing, pray forgive me my poor manners. It ill becomes a waitress, I know. Melko would like to share with you the outcome of Roswin's plot. Notice you're wondering what became of Captain Roswin's plot. Well, shortly after he left, she invited Caroline to her ship for dinner. Alas, he was suspicious of her intent from the first and refused to put anything in his mouth. He just sat there poking and prodding his meal. God, what a bloody waste. For all our talk of offing him, it wasn't a trap at all. If only she weren't so goddamn proud and stubborn. And that's the only news I have to share. Alright, Wingsouth was looking for you. He seems to be in a spot of bother, so you had best go and see what's afoot. What's bothering you, Shishaw? Thanks for coming, Monica. I realize you're busy preparing for the contest now, but I need your help with something. You see, Master Delamont's due to come and inspect the Bismarck. I don't doubt you see the connection, but he's the founder of the contest and a living legend of cooking, but most importantly for you, he's also the judge. And I got my hands full trying to sort the place out before Master Delamont arrives. Saying as an old friend of mine's coming to dine at any moment now, but I can't peel myself away from work long enough to look after him. I'd be obliged if he could prepare his meal in my stead. The man's loved meat since he was a young pirate, but age has taken its toll, and he's got hardly any teeth left. That being the case, I want you to cook him something that's meaty but tender. A nice servant of cockatrice meatballs, say. Thanks in advance. All done. How's the cockatrice meatballs coming along? My friend will be here any moment now. I've got him right here. Inspect the balls. Welcome to the Bismarck, Master Delamont. We're honored by your visit. You must be Lingson's foremost student. I have heard much and more about your exploits, but you are in the midst of serving a customer. Pray do not mind me. Dude looks dapper. Alright, what's the customer think of the balls? Getting balls in his mouth? So you like it, old friend? It's so tender it crumbles in my mouth, but it's still everything I love about meat. The taste, the texture, the juiciness. That's to say, I love it. Satisfied customer. Plus culinarian points. He was the captain of his own ship back in the day, was strong as an ox too. But age robbed him of his strength along with most of his teeth, and he couldn't eat all the stuff he loved no more. Seeing him happy like that, it brings a tear to my eye. Thanks. I'm pleased to see all is smooth sailing at the Bismarck. Master Delmont, has been a while. I was told you would be visiting this day, and I wish to pay my respects. Alf isn't the reigning champion. You surpassed all expectations last time, and I fully expect you will do so again. Humph. Who do you think you're fooling with that false modesty? You're protesting in Delamont Door too, yes? Do yourself a favor, don't bother preparing a speech. You won't get the chance to use it. Rude! Why, you arrogant? Monica's the guild's best culinarian, I'll have you know. You've got nothing on her. Somehow competes for the honor of the guild. That's all well and good, but how about we compete for something more tangible? This restaurant, for instance. Surprise! Done, but if you lose, you've got to swear to give up being a culinarian. Master Delmont, may we ask you to stand as witness to this agreement? You're going to regret it later. A restaurant and a calling such high stakes will serve to liven up the contest. I look forward to seeing how this will unfold. You! Angry Lalafell. I didn't just imagine that. Did I Melko was wagering the Bismarck on your win into the Delamont Door? Now say I don't believe in you last, but this place ain't hers to wager. Oh, God's bloody damn it. Alright, well, let's take, what? Control? Take control of things? Come back at level 60. Done. Oh, level up! Preparatory touch. Hi, Angry Lalafell. Melko is here to help you get started in the Delamont Door. Get my foot in the door? It's begun, Monica, the Delamont Door. In case you didn't already know, Master Delamont is notoriously difficult to impress. In the entire history of the contest, no one has ever been awarded the full 10 points, and even respected chefs to play get only 4. This time, I believe it will be a 2-chocobo race between you and Tia. Now then, before you do what else, you'll need to know the particulars such as main ingredient and theme. Please go to Bismarck and have them from Master Delamont. The power of Google has told me what I need to do. Kokorama, that's a Lalafell name if I ever heard one. There, my friend, according to the registry, you are our final contestant. This year, the main ingredient is meat. It matters not what kind. This is to be used in the main course, which you must present with an appetizer and a dessert. As for the theme, it is hospitality. Prepare your dishes in the spirit of this theme, then present them to the council member yonder. Best of luck to you. Gotta make more things with love. Meat and hospitality. Bugger, this is a tough one. The main ingredient is as broad as they come, and the theme is abstract to boot. It also worries me that you're the last contestant. Among other things, Master Lemon is famous for his bottomless stomach, but even he would be hard-pressed to keep his appetite whetted after endless plates of meat. Well, I suppose we'll just have to trust to his objectivity. Now then, what do you have in mind for an appetizer? Something to aid digestion? And what do I have? I don't know. Be light and gentle. Indeed, in which case I believe mushrooms are a sound choice. Yes, let's go with the light and refreshing moral salad. I don't think it matters what you choose here. But what we do for an all-important main course. Flavorful and succulent. What fit the bill? I have it deep fried. What would fit the bill? What? Deep fried Okeanis. Now for this dish, the breading is the key to success, but it's also very difficult to get right. Please ensure that it turns out light and crisp. And last but not least, dessert. Your salmon tart was so well received. What do you think about making it again? Something small and decisively sweet. Now something that can be enjoyed even on a full stomach, in which case I heartily recommend a serving of marron glace. How about that? Our course is decided. The rest up to you. When you have prepared all 3 dishes, present them to the contest council member at the Bismarck. I shall pray for your success. Done. If dishes are ready, I shall lay them out for Master Delamont. All done. High quality. Delicious treats. I was just awarded the highest score in the history of Delamont to Ore. The Bismarck is as good as mine. Doubt it, bastard. Aren't you gonna heal yourself? Monica can still beat your 9 bloody points. Huh, Master Delamont will never award a perfect 10. It would be tantamount to declaring that his legend has been surpassed. No decision to be made lightly. I mean, my character is a legend. Well, okay, not this character. My main. Delicious treats. Without further ado, is Monica also going to be like, yeah, don't give up your dream of being a culinarian. Don't give it up. Stay as one. Like, why can't my character just be like, fuck you, you're no longer a culinarian? How are the tasty treats? Master Delamont, the score if you would. 8 points, meaning that victory goes to... No, it's 9 points. We have a tie, the highest score ever awarded. Surprise! Surprise, Lalafell. Perfect 10! Victory! We have a winner! With the first perfect 10 in history! How can this be? Master Delamont, you were shaking your head. It was not out of disappointment, I assure you, nay, I was simply coming to terms with reality. The reality that Colleen has finally appeared who surpasses me. He's having a fucking orgasm. First of all, the appetizer. After a long day of judging, the mushrooms helped to absorb the grease that had collected in my stomach, giving it a new lease on life, an act of consideration worthy of the most devoted of mothers. When is his clothes gonna go flying off? Do some Food Wars stuff. Then came the main course, sinking my teeth into the breading, delightfully light and crisp. My tongue was greeted with a harmony of flavors, which burst forth from the succulent cut of Okeanis beneath. That great love went into making it tender was plain to my senses. Moogles! And finally dessert. Truth be told, by this time I was ripe to burst. But compact as it was, I could comfortably squeeze in the marron glace whose Concentrated sweetness served as a perfect accent to a wonderful meal. From the first bite to the last, I felt the spirit of hospitality. Om nom 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 nom. Dude's having the time of his life. In the end, it was Monika's interpretation of the theme which divided her from the field. Rather than striving to astonish with her handiwork, she kept the diner foremost in her mind. Consideration worthy of the most devoted mother. This is something you learned through the Ishgardian beet soup. And it seems to me you made the organ especially tender by marinating it, like when you made the cockatrice meatballs for my friend. Massey Tia, your dishes were magnificent, make no mistake. None could doubt that great skill went into their creation. However, more so than being a thing to be created, food is a thing to be eaten. You had forgotten this, and it made all the difference. No! I've lost. As promised, I'll give up being a culinarian. Panic! 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 Go get him! Wait! When's the wedding? Congratulations, my friend, and thank you. For the first time in a long while, I've tasted food that satisfied not only my senses, but my soul as well. I look forward to seeing you again, not as a judge and contestant, but as peers. Another satisfied stomach. Alright, Lalafell, did you get your husband? The Bismarck's safe thanks to you. If Melcoco pulls the same shit again, though, I'm throwing her off the upper decks. But speaking of the girl, might be as you should check up on her and Massey Tia. They went off in the direction of the missing member. Alright, you getting married? You can't just give up. But you're the one who wanted me to. You made me swear it. I only did it because you were shirking your duties. I wanted the old Massey be back. The one who'd work at his cooking every waking moment. Fool of a Lalafell was shirking so that I could prepare for the contest in secret. I didn't want to betray any hint of my effort to my rivals. The unassailable champion, that's the aura I wanted to exude. Just get married already? So dreamy. I mean, I beg you, Massey, don't give up being a culinarian. I can't bear the thought of not being able to eat your cooking no more. Well, if my Melly-Belly insists, I suppose there's nothing for it but to keep doing what I do best. Will he keep it down? We've all had a gutful of your lover's farce. So you didn't win. That's too bad. What do you intend to do now? Captain, if you'll permit, I would beg leave of your service for a time. This adventure possesses something I do not, and journeying the realm as she does, I hope that I'll come to possess it as well. If that's what you want, then I won't stop you, but what about Melcoco here? You're just gonna leave her behind? If you make her cry, I won't hesitate to make this place live up to its name. I must leave your side for a while, Melly-Belly, but upon my honor, I swear that I'll return to you and make you proud. I knew well, Massey B. I'll wait for you forever and a day. So when's the wedding? Finally some peace and quiet. I'm gonna call you Melly-Belly from now on. my apology. It was wrong of me to embroil you in my personal affairs. But it's not too bad. To the bad, you were a positive influence upon Mossy and me. Thanks to your reminder of what it means to be a culinarian, I've come to love my job even more than I already did. All this was made possible with your cooking. You've made a humble thing and given it to the power to change lives. Thank you for being an inspiration to us all. And a belated congratulations for winning the Delamatur, a worthy champion there has never been. A more worthy champion there has never been. Alright, now cuss. Cuss like a sailor, Lalafell. Alright, all done. Alright, so next time I guess I'll go through more 24-man dungeons, maybe more class quests. Thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!